Hello and welcome to another episode of the NBA 2K podcast. I am your host, RF Ribeiro, and we're here again with another episode of 2K25. And what is up with people now? Well, there's still a lot of shooting concerns. People are still talking a lot about should shooting be patched, should it not? There's conversations where reputable people are saying, not even talking about open layups, but the dunk meter is so patched. So there's people that, not only is shooting a concern, I guess, finishing is also a concern. So let's just say offense in general. I think this year is the one thing that people are having issues with mainly. Last year, it was more the right stick ripper steals and the offense being an issue because of how good it was. People were shooting from beyond half court, which I've mentioned before in previous episodes. This year, people are struggling to shoot 30-40%. But what people have to, I guess, come to terms with, even though 2K might feel pressured to patch what's going on, this is by design. 2K didn't make a mistake in making offense the way they did. It's completely by design. They want people to take their time to learn things and to not be able to shoot 60 or 70+% for the year. 2K wants you to shoot around 40 to 50%, or even lower into the 30s. I guess it depends on the kind of shots you take and how many shots you take, but they want your percentages to go down. In terms of finishing, it could be physicals that people are not aware of yet that, might be required. So a lot of the same animations that you're doing this year, or attempts that you're doing this year for finishing, for dunks, layups, last year they would go in. This year, people are being taken out of animations a lot more frequently. And somebody suggested that it could be because if you're a small guard or you have low strength, that could be the reason. Of course, this is all speculation. We don't know for sure because 2K will not come out and say stuff like that. Like concrete, irrefutable information. They won't say that. Like, you need this and this to dunk or else you won't be able to. They're not going to come out and say that. So, with that said, because this is what drives meta narratives, right? Is what can and can't you do? If people figure out that little guards can't really dunk, people are just not going to put dunking into their builds and use those points for something else. So last year, for example, it was pretty common for a lot of people, not just guards, but a lot of people, to not have high driving dunk or high vertical and just go all layup. Because it would be really expensive to get dunk, but also because you could just put those points into shooting, into mid-range and three-pointer. And that's what a lot of people did. That's what I did on my guard. This year, because there was seemingly more points to go around, I was able to get driving dunk on my build with contact dunks, animations, and whatnot. And if the situation right now is that little guards can't dunk consistently with 87 plus dunk, it's likely that in a few weeks people are going to see a lot more 5'9s, with no driving dunk and no vertical. But because they're 5'9, they're going to have elite defense, elite shooting, elite playmaking, and that might be an issue. It might not. I guess there's pros and cons to everything. So yeah, it's an issue. It's it's a concern, and I talked about this in the last episode. That 2K is going to have to figure out how much noise they're willing to hear. I've had to mute a few people on social media. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to bring out names, but there's some people that don't know how to communicate their concerns, or their opinions, their ideas, and yeah, I don't want to be reading all that, so I end up muting a lot of people that are prominent 2K community members. But if I see that you're not someone who is, you're just saying things, and if I see that you can't be somebody that can be communicated with, or talked with about stuff that you're saying, I'm just going to end up muting you, because your opinions are not valid when you're just spewing them without a basis, without backing up what you're saying, without having some substance to what you're saying, and instead of just spamming a bunch of words, which a lot of people seem to do. But my thinking on shooting is, it's not the worst it's ever been, and it's not the best. I think it's pretty close to a balance. Obviously, I'm seeing a lot of people saying, don't change it, don't change it. And usually, from everything I've seen, the people saying don't change it they are people that aren't pro. They're not people that shoot 60-70% for the year last year. They're people that never really shot very well, and now they're content that nobody else is shooting very well, so everybody's shooting kind of the same. And it makes people that don't shoot well in general feel better, which it's part of the point. It's part of the point that Mike Wang and the team have tried to accomplish with 25, is to get shooting to be to the point where people that don't play the game as much can tolerate their own misses, because they're seeing everybody else miss just as many, or maybe some more than usual. Is it the best course of action? Is it the best way to do things? Probably not. But I've noticed, and it's not a surprise, most of the people that are happy with the current offense in 2K25 are people that are not very good at the game. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying most of them. I'm saying most of the people are, they're older people, or they don't have as much time to play, and the game seems to be more balanced this year in that aspect, in that sense, to them, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with thinking that. And what's going to happen is, if enough time passes by without things changing, what's going to happen is people are going to eventually get their shooting down. I think people are going to get their badges, which a lot of people are still working on. People are going to, adapt to the new shooting. It's been, around 2 weeks now since release, a week and a half, 2 weeks, and in about a week or so, 2 at most, so a month, I feel like we'll have a very good understanding of where the game is in terms of percentages, and who's benefiting the most from the current game and how it's set up. Do I think 2K is going to make any changes? I do. I do think they're going to make changes. I think they're going to be pressured into making changes. But I do want to point out one thing. every year, and this happens every season of every year, and we can just look at last year for examples. You can all Google it. You can Google this yourselves, or you can go to Reddit and look at last year posts and just look at. You can put in the search bar things like, did they change the shooting this season? If you just look that up, there's going to be posts every season the past few years because people think that 2K makes updates to shooting without anybody knowing. And 2K has, Mike and other people from 2K have come out and said they do not make changes to shooting season to season. They don't do it. People still think that they do. Do I think 2K is lying? No. Do I think maybe they changed something that might have touched shooting maybe unknowingly? It's possible. I don't want to call out developers liars. I think that's preposterous. I think that's really silly to say. And I'm bringing that up because don't be surprised if Season 2 comes around and if 2K, this is the important part, if 2K does not plan to make any changes to shooting and people go into Season 2 saying they're shooting a lot better or a lot worse, and 2K did not make any changes officially in the patch notes, don't be surprised if people come out and start making these posts and asking, did they change this? Did they change that? I'm sure of it because they've done it. When 2K makes significant changes like that, they will tell people about them. And if they don't, if you know of significant changes that have happened from season to season that they did not mention, do post them because that's really important for people to know that 2K is liable to make changes that are significant and important that people should know about and they're not letting people know about. So if something like that has happened, do let me know in the comments because it's good to know if that's the case. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for now with shooting and offense in 25. Talk a little bit about PC. The PC community right now, there's a post on Reddit, which I've talked about a similar post, but the title of the post is, How Do I Win Against This Player? And it's somebody with a completely green pie chart. So layups, dunks, post offense, mid-range, three-point, passing, dribbling, playmaking, strength, agility. Every stat on the build is maxed out, meaning every stat is a 99, meaning that they're using a cheat engine. So the person that made this post says, my second week playing 2K25 for the first time after 2K14. It's been more than 11 years and online features have been really new to me. I had fun the past few weeks and have been starting the grinding proving grounds recently. Then I matched with this person, looking at his stats. I think Michael Jordan and LeBron combined still can't guard this guy. I was about to dunk while he was at the three-point line, but he ran and jumped me from there. And to put it into perspective, not only does he have all these stats at 99, he's a 5'9" character as well. And the guy that made this post is a 6'8" small forward. So cheating is rampant. It hasn't taken any time. I'm pretty sure there were cheaters on day one because, like I've said before, the cheat engines used in NBA 2K don't require much change from year to year for them to be viable. This isn't because I use cheat engines and I know all about them. It's because I've played 2K on PC previously from 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. I played all of those on PC, and you learn about things and what people use and the kind of cheats that you're most likely to see, and every year they're the same, and this year is no different. So I'm sure maybe the cheat engine has gotten a few updates here and there, but because we're seeing cheaters already, I'm comfortably believing that cheaters were there on day one of 2K25 on PC. So what can you do? You can report the player. They do ban cheaters, and this is from 2K support. I'll tell you what they've told me. One time that I wanted to report somebody, I sent a picture, said what they were doing. They want video proof if possible. So do record little clips if you can of the player, and save their Steam ID. Send all that information in. I promise you, 2K will ban these players. The issue is, it's so hard to find these people online because you can change your name on Steam. 2K does not have anything linking a 2K account yet to Steam. The same way that Overwatch has Blizzard, and Diablo has Blizzard, and Apex Legends has the EA, and FIFA has EA. 2K does not have you require linking anything. You make your 2K email in the game, but you don't actually have to link your Steam account to anything, and that's a problem. Obviously, if 2K wants to stop cheating or mitigate it, that's one thing they could do. I've talked about this before. Of course, the other thing is adding a phone number verification, which should slow down a lot of cheaters. And of course, there's other cheat engines, anti-cheat engines that they could add to help not just the Denuvo, but others, actual, like BattlEye or other anti-cheat engines. There's lots. I'm sure they can make their own as well. And yeah, if we're ever going to see PC be part of crossplay with consoles, the same way that FIFA is and the same way that other games are, there's going to have to be some connections between 2K and Steam. Okay. What else here? You know what? Let me put my ad in here. Hey 2K community, are you a competitive player who likes money? Prove it on Gamer Saloon, the ultimate arena for NBA 2K players. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, Gamer Saloon lets you challenge players from around the world and win real cash prizes. So no more playing 1v1s to brag about it. Now you can get paid for winning. Gamer Saloon offers a seamless platform with various tournaments and head-to-head matches, perfect for every level of player. Listeners of the NBA 2K podcast can sign up today at gamersaloon.com/ribpodcast. All one word, gamersaloon.com/ribpodcast. Link in the description. Okay. It's a travesty that one of the main game modes is still unplayable 2 weeks after launch. So this is a hot post right now in the NBA 2K subreddit. I only play my NBA eras. I am literally not able to play the game still after 2 weeks. I'm pretty close to wanting a refund. If you didn't know, substitutions are completely broken to the point where the other team will play their starters 48 minutes in every game, and they won't get fatigued. So on PS5 they are fixed, but on PC apparently it's not yet. So unless this person is not on maybe they're on PC and that's why. But no, the person did say they're on PS5. It could be that they're using a save file that maybe they need to start all over. So I'm not going to talk too much about this because there was a substitution bug that got fixed literally like 3 days ago. So whoever's still having this issue, maybe it's not fixed completely, and if that's the case, do send in to 2K support your issue. They will get to it. And lastly, somebody made an interesting post that I want to end the pod here, the episode. 2K should add a game mode for people with jobs and social life. It's impossible to play a game where the opponents are not full 99 overall, cheesing the whole game. So, somebody said there is. It's called Offline My Career. And the person that made this post said they want to play with friends that also have a job and social life. I don't want to face rats that don't have a life besides playing video games all day. Somebody replied, I believe there is a private match you can host your own in my court. You can play with your friends that have jobs and a social life. So, yeah, I mean, there are things you could do. If you want to avoid playing with anybody that you don't know, you can host private matches. You can do private pro-am matches. You can do, play now. You can do my team co-op stuff. There's a lot of different things you could actually do and not play with anybody or against anybody that you don't know, provided that you have enough friends. You can do 3v3 pro-am matches privately. You can do 5v5s. So there are options. I mean, what this person is asking is kind of difficult to I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, there is no proper solution to this. This is more of a you need to stop crying about stuff, about online playing. Like, it could just be that the game is not for you. Just play the modes that I've mentioned. You do private matches, do my team co-op, do play now, play against each other, stuff like that. It's like any other game. I mean, you play Overwatch or Apex Legends, you're gonna face people, no matter the rank, you're gonna face people that play the game a lot, that are way better than you. And it's not 2K's responsibility to have to add a game mode for people with jobs and social life, which people with jobs and social life can still be really good at the game. And also, 2K did add a Black Plates court in Park, where only new accounts get to play there. Hopefully that hasn't been exploited in some way. Also, my understanding, speaking of exploits, and this is important, in Proving Grounds, you face people your level. So I've been noticing people making 60 overall accounts that have high shooting only or high mid-range only or something, and exploiting the 1v1 court because they're facing an actual 60 overall. I don't know how much truth there is to this, if this is an actual issue going on or not, but I found it interesting that 2K is trying to match levels, overalls, and if that's the case, yeah, you're gonna face people that also have jobs in a social life. It's not all sweats out there for sure. And I think that's enough for now with this episode. So thank you for listening. If you've listened this far, do let me know in the comments feedback and maybe other topics that you would like to listen, maybe some guests that you would like for me to have on. Do let me know. And I'll see you on the next one.